Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the new video. In this video I'll explain you how to write a Python code for false position method. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Let's create a function named false position in which we will give 4 parameters. First is expression, the second is x0, let's call it a lower bound. Next is x1, which we will call upper bound, and then we need to know the user's acceptable level of error. When we hit this level of error, we can stop our program. To interpret the string that our user entered, we need to make another function. It will evaluate our output. Next we can do is initialize our counter and an initial placeholder for x2 and a formula to calculate x2, then an error term to ensure that current value of error is not smaller than the acceptable amount of error. Now we are ready to get into the main looping. Let's say that when our error is greater than the our acceptable error, we will proceed in this loop. Also initializing the x2 after. Now in the if statement, if our f of x not times f of x1 is greater than or equals to 0, we will print false position method is not valid and quit from the if statement. However, if f of x2 times f of x naught is less than 0, we just need to update our current level of error. Without this step, Python wouldn't know where to stop the while looping. X1 takes down the newest value of x2. We will also increase our iteration counter. Like we just did for our upper root boundary, we must repeat the same thing for the lower root boundary. Just exchange x1 with x0. In the else statement, we will print something else went wrong. Now we will simply print our output. The very last step is to calling out the function and give the parameters. So here is a small mistake. Let's initialize x2 after with the formula, because we need to calculate x2 after every iteration. That's why we need a formula in the while looping as well. Here is the output. So this was the false position method. In the next videos I'll explain you another method, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching.